Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Piper Academy. I am Army Piper, coming at you every Monday through Friday, bringing you news, data, charts, updates, and what's going on in the macro world so that you can have knowledge because knowledge is profit. Let's go ahead, bring up my co-host of the show, OC Guy, coming in. How you doing there, brother? Let's get you up here. What's up, my man?
Hey, what's up, Piper? How has it been? I'm doing great. How about you? How was last
I'm
night?
I'm doing good, man. I spent some time with the family. Did a little bit of DCA on some more tokens while we was having that dip, and picked up some Caspa. Picked up some more Caspa, but I picked up a lot more Caspa. So yeah, we're gonna look at
Nice.
that today, and I'll tell you why. Though it's not there was not a blind pickup there after the pump. It actually is getting some really good support. Seeing some things on Ethereum today, but we also have some great news. As you saw in the thumbnail, major partnership looks like coming together between Polkadot and Cardano. Could this be the catalyst that Cardano needs to actually get its valuation that it should have? Because let's be honest, Cardano is um, Cardano is way underpriced, in my opinion, to what its actual capabilities are. So we'll take a look at that article and then look at the macroeconomic stuff. How are you doing today, though, brother?
I'm doing great. Just having a great coffee today and getting ready for the big news because we also have a couple of pressure on Bitcoin, and I think we can go over that side for a little bit when you're ready, and also have a little bit to share with you guys. So yeah.
Perfect. Shout out to everybody in here. We got Gia S in here with my Blue Wrench, giving me my mod support. Love her every day. Red Elephant Ninja Clock, Mr. J. If you guys are in here and have not hit the like button, go ahead and smash that like button. And let's go ahead and jump in, taking a look at the economic calendar here. Let me move you over here because my little view monitor screen that pops up every time I click on something is always in the wrong spot for me, it seems. Taking a look at the macroeconomic calendar here this week, guys. We've got the Fed Chair Powell is going to be the first thing that we have here. That's going to be right here on Wednesday. That's going to be tomorrow, 8:15 a.m. my time. That is going to be coming in about 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time there. Thursday is going to be 1 p.m. again. Jay Powell speaking up again there. And then lastly, what else? Oh, wait, sorry. Thursday, initial jobless claims. I want to talk about this for a second because check this out. Look, jobless claims. We're at 217,000. Consensus is that it'll be 218,000, forecast 220,000. I told you guys, we are in holiday shopping season. There are seasonal workers that only work at the holiday season. These numbers should not be going down. They should be going up. We've got an article. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Looking at Friday, 9 a.m., we're going to get the Michigan consumer sentiment, and this is the sentiment of the retail buyer, of the market, of the consumer, us, me, you, OC. How do we feel about the economy, and how willing are we to spend money or hold money or save money? What is the overall sentiment? That is what we're going to be taking a look at because it looks like I think we're going to have some bad numbers on that. So let's see how the CME feels about these numbers. Looking right now, let's give it a little refresh. We're going to take a look here. Come on, there we go. This is going to be the likelihood of a rate hike or a pause going on into December 13th. That's going to be our next FOMC right there, 36 days, 4 hours away from now. 90.2% chance that we are going to have a pause again, another rate pause. Only a less than 10% chance of a rate hike going on in December. Let's check out January. January, yeah, looking at 84.6% here, and about 14, we'll say 15, we'll call it 15 ballpark there, 15% chance of a rate hike going on in January. Let's see, going out to March. Nope, March still looking like a rate pause. There we go. Now in May, we get our first rate cut. This means the first time they're going to be cutting rates there. So we're going to be watching for that. Bitcoin liquidations here in the last 24 hours. Bring it in here. Bring it in here. Come on, let's go. We had 48,700 traders liquidated in the past 24 hours. Total liquidations coming in at $89.2 million. And the largest single liquidation was on Bybit in Bitcoin for $1 million. So, ouch. Big ouch. I don't understand. I don't understand these on how people can have um, that much money in a single trade and get it liquidated and be like, whatever, lost $1 million today, whatever. I want that. I want that money. I want that. I don't give a crap money. That's how much money I want. All right, guys. Are we just talking about this on the job thing? With the unemployment, what I think we're going to have for people filing for unemployment. Check this out. Recent hirings in retail holidays. And I've been talking about this for a while now. I've been telling you guys these numbers should be moving up. It is holiday season coming. We should see an increase in this. If we don't see an increase in this, it means something's broken in the retail world, right? And I've told you that. Retail hiring for the holiday season in the United States was just 135,000 workers this year. This is the lowest number since 2018 and nearly 100,000 less jobs than the 2020 holiday season. Now, keep that in mind. The 2020 holiday season, we were still in lockdowns in some place in the United States. It was not good. This is 100,000 less than 2020. Okay. Small signs of weakness in the labor market continue to emerge. Furthermore, retail is feeling the effects of inflation and the pain of declining consumer spending. The Fed has made it clear that labor market weakness is needed to tame inflation. We might be seeing that. More weakness in 2024 is almost inevitable. So there you go. You can see here 135,000 in 2020. Right there, we had 141,000, but in 2021 we had 209,000. 2020 237,000. So not good, not good. Well, it's good for the economy because it means inflation's coming down. It's bad for the workforce. And anytime that you get a movement or anytime that you get something strong for the one thing at the cost of people, of lives, of humans, it's never a good thing. So good thing for the economy, but not a good thing because this is talking about people's jobs. So, not good. Let's go ahead and look what we have over here. Speaking of jobs, the SEC is having trouble hiring experts in crypto because who owns who? What do people that are experts in crypto normally own? OC.
Well, then I want to guess that they do own a bit of crypto.
I would say so, but you can't own crypto when you're making policy on crypto. So the SEC is facing hiring challenges due to experts not wanting to sell their crypto. And you can like this guy here, just look, hey, we'd like to hire you. And this guy was, well, but you're going to have to sell your Bitcoin. Um, yeah, GFY, and have a good day. I'm going to go work someplace else. So the U.S. SEC faces recruitment challenges and legal uncertainties as it struggles to hire Bitcoin and crypto experts that are willing to sell their crypto assets. The Securities Exchange Commission, SEC, the agency that makes rules for the financial markets, is struggling to hire experts in cryptocurrency because of a tricky situation. A lot of the qualified people own crypto. uh, yeah, so they
I'll be
can't
there and
hire. Oh, what's that?
I'll be there and I mean, who would have guessed?
I think it's great. The SEC's ethics rules say that owning these digital assets can prevent these experts from working on crypto related cases to avoid any conflict of interest. Because of this rule, many do not want to sell their cryptocurrencies to work for the SEC. So, yeah, hey, let me know. Let me know if they offered you a really good paying job. Let's say the average federal job here. We'll say $75,000 a year. $75,000 a year plus federal benefits, but you have to sell all your crypto. Would you take the job? Put a one for yes and a two for no in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. OC, would you sell your crypto for this?
Absolutely not. Well, there's a way that I could be selling crypto, and I think that's the other side of the coin, which also pushed them not to actually move into the government side because that is, I mean, the private sector they made a bunch more money. They could even pay or equalize whatever they're going to be earning on the government side. Plus, they can get the advantage to hold their crypto and also invest in anything else that they might discover along the way. So, I mean, if I'm getting paid more or at least the same, and I get to keep my crypto. And better yet, I have that privileged information that where I can be early investor. I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
Everyone in the chat is saying too. No, they would not. Elo Brown said benefits in quotes. Bro, there's some really, I won't lie to you. Federal employees have amazing benefit plans. So, that we pay for. The American taxpayer pays for, all of their benefit plans, but they can't make sure that, we have that in the non-government side, of course, right? But everyone's saying no, no, they would not create a trust and the trust would be the owner. Yeah, I'm sure you could do something like that, but I don't know. They're having trouble, and not a lot of people want to go and open a trust. So, yeah, but at the end of the day, having troubles doing that. Let's jump back into some more stories here so we can get into charts, because I want to talk about charts. I think the next one, OC, is yours. You got a story for us about, speaking of people not wanting to sell their crypto. Go ahead. What you got, bro?
Absolutely. Yes, so I have something that I believe that it's becoming the snowball effect, which is look at this. I mean, Glassnode is actually publishing today the tightening of the supply. And if we read a little bit on this, we can start seeing that all of the crypto holders, based on the spending of non-holder buyers, are basically changing or turning into showing that we are basically holding our crypto. And as you can see on this graph, coins are getting older, right? So basically, they're not being spent. Look at that, supply active 1 year. Here we go. It's all the way here, 68%. But the most important thing, I believe, it's something around that 3 plus and the 5 plus. Because how long does the Bitcoin cycle takes?
Three
Between
3 years and 11 months.
3 years and 11 months, and that is from having to having, which means that somewhere around this zone we start changing or flipping, right? So look at that, 41.1% of the 3 plus years hasn't been sold. I mean, that is telling you a lot, right? I mean, just like the 2 plus 57 and then 41, that is a whole lot of Bitcoin, or I mean coins, right? And if we
Yeah,
keep
that's a
digging
lot.
into this, we are in all-time highs for Bitcoin. Look at that. I mean, 1.7 million Bitcoin doing so since May 2021. And we could keep digging and no one is selling their Bitcoin. And also we can take a look at, for example, greedy supply charts, but most importantly, held not positive change. So basically what we're seeing here, it is the I mean the positions hasn't been either closed, sold, or moved, right?
Yep,
And this is telling you something. People are not willing to sell. And no matter what happened, no matter how hard you shake that tree, most of the apples, or the, let's say, not strong apples, have been already falling out of the tree, right? And this is
absolutely.
important because we're getting close. I mean, we are what, 178 days away from the halving or something around that.
Yep. I
So
think that,
we are building up. Yep, yeah, go.
I think there's some other factors in there too, because we keep hearing this over and over. This might be the last bull run that makes money. We keep hearing that, right? This might be the last big Bitcoin run up, right? Um, so you got a lot of people that are like, no, I've gotten into a good position. I bought, on the way up. It is still in profit for me, or it's around where I bought it even, and I am not going to let this go because if this is the last chance I have to make big money in crypto, I am not missing this. And I think it's just creating these diehard 300 warriors in crypto standing out there like, all in line together with their shields like we're not letting this go. That's but
And if we
yeah,
can
I think that's
really jump really fast to my screen, I think you are not the only one saying this, because I mean, this is an older news. This is November the 2nd, right? But we see Mike and Sailor. If we scroll a little bit down here, look at that. You're going to see 12 billion of natural selling per year. All right. So where does that? I mean, I know you have a chart there, Piper, about the prediction where will the Bitcoin price could get, and I think that will be an amazing point of interest.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that in a second and take a look at it. So, 10x, huh?
Absolutely.
10x. I'm going to
Yeah,
look and
10x.
see what a 10x would be. We'll take a look at that here when we get to the charts. So,
I'm betting at around something at 3.5x, and that's my conservative point of view. But
nice.
that is just me. Yeah.
All right. Uh, so let's go and take a look at a couple of more articles that I have here, and then we're going to take a look at the charts. Uh, Retirees, guys. Millions of retired Americans are not coming back to work as predicted. So, as you guys know, during COVID, a lot of people went into early retirement. They were like, I'm not dealing with this BS. This is crap. I'm out of here. Uh, Unlike Ada Ace, who just got here. Welcome back, Ada. Uh, Millions of retired Americans aren't coming back to work as predicted. The Great Retirement, that's what we're in, guys. Just in case you didn't know, there's the Silent Depression and the Great Retirement overlapping here continues despite COVID fading. Labor force participation rate for over 65 years of age remains lower. So, taking a look, more than 3.5 years after COVID struck, the U.S. still has around 2 million more retirees than predicted, and one of the most striking and enduring changes to the nation's labor force. The so-called Great Retirement induced by COVID-19 um, was in the divergence between the actual number of retirees that was predicted, the actual number of retirees, and that the retirees that were predicted by the Federal Reserve's economic model. Are you telling me that the Federal Reserve made a bad prediction call on something? Shocker. While down from a $2.8 million gap, or 2.8 million gap, I mean, from last year, it remains elevated today and has even risen from 1.7 million in June. While the gap seemed to be closing earlier in the year, it seems to have widened since then. So you can see here, this was the yellow line was the predicted range of how many retirees there would be in America, and then you can see there on the retirement being much higher than what they had projected on their line. So, less than 1 in 5 people aged 65 and older are employed or actively seeking a job. And I'm going to talk about a real quick relevance point on that in a second. The lack of old workers is creating some shortages. In Michigan, a state law was tweaked to make it easier for teachers to unretire without risking their pensions. I will tell you right now that if they came out in the U.S. military and they said, hey, if you unretire, you can protect your pension and add to it, I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a hard no on that. That's a hard pass for me. Thanks. Before this summer's rise in excess retirees, there was speculation that a whole unretirement wave was underway, but that seems to not really been the reality. So, for many older Americans, leaving the labor force is a one-way street. And there's some reasons why they said that they did not want to go back. Skills atrophy, because the less that you do something that you used to be able to do, the less it's muscle memory for you. And so, things fade there, right? Work connections, like, hey, all the people I used to know, they're gone. And, people I used to like to work with, the people I could get things done, gone. And job seekers may confront ageism. So, shout out to all the Zoomers that want to call millennials and Gen Xers boomers because you just can't talk to each other. Um, your social issue does not categorize me in a generation that I don't belong to. Sorry. I'll make it harder for many older workers to find a job. And so that's what's going on there. It used to be 9 weeks longer on average is how long it's taken for someone age 65 or older to find a job, coming in at average about 31.6 weeks long time to find a job for them. So that is what's going on there. And what I want to point out is, guys, this number up here at 65, this means that people are going to be pulling in. I'm jumping over to the duo screen. This means that people are going to be probably opting in to get their Social Security before it's full draw, right? Which means that people are going to be requesting Social Security before the scheduled plan. Social Security in America, just I don't know if you know this, OC, because you're in Mexico, but Social
Yes.
Security in America is a Ponzi scheme. By definition,
It
textbook,
is.
it's a Ponzi scheme because a Ponzi scheme, by definition, is if you ouch. Well, I'll talk about that in a second, Eric. If you file, if you so the Social Security system is designed by textbook definition of a Ponzi scheme. The people that are getting paid now are the first people that were in, and their money that's paying them is coming from people that come in after, right? That's a Ponzi
Yes,
scheme. That is literally a Ponzi scheme. So
it is.
that is what's going on here. But if you have less people in the workforce and more people coming in off schedule to draw and not be part of that workforce that's paying in, you've got some issues going on there with Social Security in the future. I'm going to make that guess. So, thoughts on that, OC? What do you think about the U.S. Social Security system being a Ponzi scheme, textbook Ponzi scheme?
Just because you mentioned U.S. Social Security, because Mexican Social Security works very much the same, but I think there's some difference. I mean, let's just take aside the huge elephant in the room, which is the corruption in Mexico that actually bugs everything going on there. Hey, nice, love it,
Knowledge is
profits.
profit.
So, yes, cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
So,
So
so
the
the
Social
point is,
Security, yeah.
yeah, so Social Security, you always need an inverted pyramid to make that happen, or at least not a pyramid, I mean a tube or a skyscraper, right? I mean, at least at the very least, you need the same amount of people working from the people retiring. And there's something happening with the times right now that we are doing remote work. Like for example, I'm on Chart Prime and also trade for a living, so where am I earning? Where do I pay my taxes? Am I fully paying my taxes in Mexico, or am I half and half? Well,
I don't
that's
know,
something
OC.
that
Where are
I
you
have.
paying the taxes? The Mexican
Well,
government is
half and
wondering this right
half.
now.
All right, Mexican SAT, please. That's the name of it. It's SAT. I mean, the
Nice,
name
nice.
is right on spot.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
think
So
I think there's some issues that are going to be coming up in the years ahead on Social Security. So especially with the new generation having way less kids, that means that it's a dwindling population density for dwindling workforce. So I do want to get to this Cardano Polkadot partnership here that was on the thumbnail, and then let's jump into some charts. I see, guys, check this out. Bam. Cardano and Polkadot announced groundbreaking partnership. Could this be the event that sends Cardano to where it should be in the market for valuations? Because I personally think it's way under. You look at this little Polkadot, little Cardano doing their thing out on the water. Looks like ice. Is that ice? Are they? What is going on here? I don't even know. Anyway, too long didn't read. Here you go for this. Cardano and Polkadot have announced a strategic partnership. This collaboration is poised to have a profound implication for the Web3 ecosystem, and Cardano's architectural design serves as the cornerstone of its infrastructure. So that's great. In a significant milestone for the blockchain industry, Cardano and Polkadot have announced a strategic partnership that promises to reshape the landscape of blockchain interoperability and scalability. This collaboration, characterized by a shared vision of an interconnected blockchain world, is poised to have a profound implication for the Web3 ecosystem. Polkadot put this out and said Cardano will use Substrate, the foundation of the Polkadot SDK, to build out its partner chain project, showcasing Substrate's potential to expand across Web3 and its ease of use for chains and other ecosystems. So, shout out to Polkadot and Cardano for doing this. I think that the scalability that's going to throw together here from this partnership could be massively big for the developers that want to use the chains. First off, secondly, which that's going to probably translate quite well over to price. So. IOG's founder and CEO Charles Hoskinson outlined the vision behind the integration of partner chains within the Cardano ecosystem using the Cardano Summit 2023, or during the Cardano Summit 2023. He emphasized that this initiative would provide developers and validators with new avenues to harness Cardano's core strengths and innovative technologies to create their optimized partner chains. So, Cardano's unique architecture on this is what's going to make it possible. And it's a bunch of bunch of CCL and CSL and very smart dev stuff in here. If you guys want to read this, this is the article title here. It's from Cryptopolitan. But yeah, the Cardano Polkadot announced groundbreaking partnership. Just news out today. So let's go take a look at charts, and while we're there, maybe check out Polkadot and Cardano. So I'm gonna pull up the charts here. Here we go. Looking at the charts, OC. First off, you asked about the Bitcoin 10x move. Let's see. Let's see
Yes,
here. Cause we're
please,
still
let's
in
take a
phase
look at
two.
that one.
Yeah, we're still in phase two here. Looking good here on phase two. By the way, Eric Wallen said he staked ETH and it cost him $56 to stake his ETH. Eric Wallen, how much ETH did you stake? What was the valuation of the ETH that you staked? Just so I have an idea of what the fee was in comparison. So, um, A to Ace, we're talking about the Cardano bus. There you go. Oh, bud. Yep, we're talking about the Cardano. We're going to look at the chart here in a minute. So take a look here. You can see that if we did a 10x, now is he talking 10x from the bottom, or is he talking 10x from its current level? Because that kind of matters. Let's go and look here, because a 10x would be a 100% move. So, or sorry, a 1000% move. So if we go from here and we go up to 1000, let's see here, 1000% move in the next halving. Do you know what? That would be a $411,000 Bitcoin from its current level. I want to see what it would be
Oh my god.
from the bottom. Let's go from the bottom and go up 10x 1000%. Um, wow, check this out. I want to show you something. Let's Because if we look at where the end of the market run should be, it should be August, September, sometime in 2025. Well, there is about 1000. That's a 10x from the bottom. What did I say we would probably be trading in the middle of in the next bull run? Do you remember that, OC?
Somewhere around that same zone. Exactly, almost that same
I
zone.
said we should be trading somewhere between the platinum pocket and the golden pocket for
Golden
most of the
pocket.
cycle. If you look at 1000% in the time period of like August, September of 2025, which should be the top of the market, and you go up, there's 1043%, 1003. There's 1000% right there. Yeah, that would be somewhere in between the platinum pocket and the golden pocket. It might be possible. This might be a thing. I don't know. We'll see. So, all right,
Absolutely. I
let's jump
mean,
over.
that is
Let,
some. Yeah.
so yeah, okay. First off, talk about that price. What do you think about the price of what do you think about that? Because what would that price be? What was the price there on that? That would be about 125,000. Yeah, I think that's absolutely possible. $150,000 Bitcoin absolutely can have a 10x from
That's
its very bottom. So there you go.
And in fact, we were talking about something like that. I mean, we just were expecting this cycle to reach 100K, right? So, I mean, expecting a little bit more on that. I don't think that is completely, I mean, impossible. So I believe that we are still within rounds of possibilities. And as long as we keep the this money rushing in and the ETF will make that a real scenario, I think that's going to be, I mean, completely possible and not just possible, like very probable. So just looking out for that
Mike,
ETF.
Michael Saylor might be on on a whole lot more than just really good drugs. I don't know. We'll see. All right,
Yeah.
taking a look here. Back to the charts, guys. Let's take a look and see where we're at today. We had a lot of movement yesterday, but we're at some key support for a lot of things. So, first off, let's go take a look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour time chart here. We did break this trend line overnight here, and you can see this trend line had been pretty decent support for us for a while. We did have a little fake out right here that we came down below it, but we came again, pulled back here, pulled back above it, pulled above it, touched on it all this time period, going all the way back here to 23 October there. Where we are right now, we did break it. Something to watch here. We broke right here on this candle. We could be coming up for the retest on the bottom of that before downside. However, comma, pause for effect. We are sitting right now above the 786. And I think that the 786, being that it was resistance for so long, back to here, that we could have an opportunity to get back above and get back in here. Still, overall, folks, we may have lost this trend line and broke to the downside of this ascending wedge. However, we're still in the range of the T box. And I told you this T box was going to be resistance for us. But as long as we can stay trading in this area, we're still in a safe zone. I still think that 33,375 is that going to be a major support range for us there. And then if we really do lose our shit and come down, we're looking down here at the green T box here. Shout out TA Tim for that. But yeah, that green T box down here, 32,000 to the golden pocket on the 0.66 here at 31,681. So even if it pulled back that far, yes, it would be a harsh drop here, but it would still be in a range of support that I would just be scooping up down here because I think that Bitcoin is looking really healthy right now. Let's go take a
Could
look.
you maybe bring up your oscillator just so I can see any oscillator?
Oh yeah, I don't even have that on.
I
You're right.
see.
There we go. Yeah, oscillator looking like it could still come down too. That's why I was giving these ranges down here. See, this is why I need
Yeah,
you
but the
around, OC.
RSI, it's almost getting to the oversold.
The RSI, well,
So
the
I,
RSI could still come down quite a bit though on the
yeah,
RSI prime here. But yeah, this could still be coming down here. There's still room to move, but we do have a trend assistant coming in right here at 34,000. And then right here, you'll see that range that I said I think we're going to be coming down to. That's
yeah.
where the delta line is at there on the predictive ranges. And then the dynamic reactor coming in right across of this T box there. So this is the range that I would be watching there. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and pull this one over and just extend it out because I do believe this is going to be a major support area for us coming in at 33,000 to 33,500, somewhere in that ballpark. So yeah, good call. Thanks. I didn't even bring those up. I started moving on before I went deeper. Go deeper. That's what she said. um, taking a look here. XRP. XRP ran up to about 73 cents. Shout out XRP. Let's go. So we did pull back here and we came back to the 50. Guys, we're stuck underneath the 50 right now. We do have a trend assist coming up here. We do have the oscillator pushing to the downside. We had the overbought here. We had the downtrend or the momentum dot pushing back into the cloud. It says, hey, we're about done. And then we had that red check mark, which said, hey, this long has probably played out here. So this here, there's take profit one, and then take profit two right there. Get that right there. That bam, take profit two, and then we printed the red momentum dot back down into the cloud, and that's this little pullback. I think the 50% right now is the key level that we need to prove as support, and that 50% is coming in at about 68.4 cents there. So that is what we are looking at on XRP. Again, major support coming in 64 cents here. Let's go ahead and throw a T box on here so that everybody has that and we can take a look at it as we're going through the day. Rectangle, please. Thank you. We're going to put this right in here. Turn off the magnet. Thank you. Drop this in here. We're going to put it right here in 382, and that's going to be our support level that I'm going to be watching for XRP. Let me get this color changed here. Bam, there we go. Taking a look real quick. Solana sitting on its 236. I told you guys a lot of these tokens are sitting in very strong support or resistance right now. So Solana sitting and bouncing cleanly on its 236. Still currently sitting at $41.84 right now. ADA. So Ada Ace in chat said, I went short on Ada at 35.5 and added to my short at 37. Where would be the technical support? Well, here you go. Here's your Cardano support. And if you've been following my stuff, you would know that I actually have a Nope, that's a highlighter. Don't want that. Want my brush mark. Thank you. We have a golden pocket right here. I told you, watch for a rejection on that. There's your upper trade band of your predictive ranges. There's your golden pocket, 0.618. And that is exactly what we rejected on last night. Coming back down, sitting below the 50. Where we are right now, and something that I want to point out, we had an overbought here that also printed on the oscillator, and then we had the momentum dot coming in on this candle here. So if you take a look at what we had indication, clean indication saying to the downside, but now we have indication saying that we're in a range of support or resistance. Again, the 50, anything below the 50 is going to be what I consider bearish. Anything above the 50 is going to be what I consider bullish. Okay. So taking a look at this, we need to get above the 34.6 cent range right here in order for it to be back into a bullish structure. But as of right now, um, well, I won't say that. It would still be in a bullish structure because we still are making a higher low and a higher high. But I think if we're below this 50, we are setting ourselves up to break that lower low. So I would say ADA's at a critical point right now as we speak, ADA. If you're looking at your stuff there, not financial advice, do your own research. But that's what I'm going to be watching is that 50% Fibonacci there coming in at 34.6 cents. And if we break this lower low at 34.14 and close a 4-hour candle below that, then that is probably going to be danger. Where could we look at for support below? I would say we've got a trend assistant coming in right here with this red. This is the upper resistance band of predictive ranges. It's going to be support for us right now instead of resistance. But that is going to be the first point coming in at 33.3 cents. And then you've got the 382 down at 31 cents, 31.8 cents right there. So by the time this gets down there, you could have the dynamic reactor pushing up into that range also, and then that being for the next leg up. But that's what I'm seeing for ADA right now. Looks like we
And
have a lot
something.
of downside with this cloud here that we could be going down. But you look, the last time we were up here like this, we had downside, and then bam, it launched off again. So don't be too scared of this. Just be aware of it. Don't be scared. Be prepared. What you got there, OC?
So just a little quick note, and do not change up your charts because I think I have something important that you may also be able to bring up. Take a look at ADA, Matic, and DOT. They have the exact same chart, almost to the candle. And I think that is to be expected because they're kind of like the same family of assets. I know they have their core differences, and we also see, I mean, that
You have that up in
the
your
last
chart?
partnership. Yeah, sure, I have it right here.
Yeah.
So this is ADA. We take a look at ADA. What is it? 4 hour. Look at that. Look at the spike. Look at that retracement. Look at this previous spike and also that previous retracement. All along that trend line that we have there. Pretty nice strong uptrend. If we go to, for example, Matic, here we go. The same thing. And let me just clean this up a little bit. We have the same previous high, the same retracement, the previous high also, and the retracement. It almost seems to be the exact same thing happening at this point. And finally, dot again, look at the similarities right here. The retracement that we have, the previous retracement, and then the bounce of that dynamic reactor. Just so you know, guys, we have a couple of alerts set from the previous one. Look at here, we made a Matic crossing that set of alert because for me, if we break that one, we're gonna be retesting that the trend line here, and then most probable we're gonna be looking at the flip of the ribbon at support, basically jumping for a possible long. Not financial advice, just technical analysis. So I'm gonna be revisiting this analysis as we are crossing that alert. And yeah, I mean, I think that's something interesting that it's playing out here. So that was basically it. The parity between ADA, Matic, and DOT.
Yeah, there's definitely some correlation going on there. So let's take a look at Caspa because I got some Caspa yesterday, bro. uh,
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
I actually picked up here on the 2.618. And what I want to show here is actually shout out Crypto Archie. He's the one that got me into this asset a while ago. And I've been talking about this over on his show and in the community for a while. But if you go back here and look, let's turn off. This is why the indicators were off earlier, by the way, because I was looking at it from this trend line here, and I was talking about this trend line way back here that we kept bouncing on. I was like, look, we got a trend line here, and we got horizontal support on the 718 here, on the 786. I mean, so you can see platinum pocket there. This is a trend-based extension. So if you guys want to get my levels here on this, it's a trend-based fib extension, not the same as a fib retracement. And if I grab this here, there we go. Take a screenshot of this, guys, and set this up. It's beautiful, and I'm going to show you guys how to drop it on. But if you're out there really fast, come back to this later and grab a screenshot of my levels here. This gives you an extension. When you're in the discovery phase, there's no way to draw fibs to show where your next levels are at. So what I did with this is I found a trend. This is trend-based fib extension, right? That's what I told you. I mean, look here, trend-based. So you are looking for an upward trend or a downward trend. So what I did is bottom, top, new higher low, right? And so that is what I'm watching because I keep seeing that pattern repeat. High, low, high, low again, right? You can do it on any of these, but that's what I did it on. So what happens is when you do this, you can see we had play in the golden pocket here, and it got a bounce. Okay, cool. They're getting confirmation that these are correctly ratioed out on the sequence of Fibonacci, right? But once it breaks that 1-to-1, you're now in discovery phase. If you go back and look, we have no price history to compare this off of where we're going. That's why we use trend-based extensions, right? Well, take a look here. We had phase one, that's the 1.618, which is basically the next golden pocket. And then we have phase two golden pocket. Right now, we got all the support on the 4-hour candles, all sitting on that phase two golden pocket. So I entered there on that phase two golden pocket and put quite a bit of money on BingX. Shout out to Crypto Trades. Helped walk me on target on how to buy Caspa over there. So that is what I did, and that's why I'm in there. 30x, by the way, guys. That is the low range ballpark of what Crypto Archie, not financial advice, but why he said this is a very bullish token for him. He said the tokenomics, the utility, the purpose, everything on Caspa is really strong. So he calls 30x. He thinks it can be ballpark average 50x. He thinks it could go as high as 80x. In this bull run, he thinks that it has potential to be a top 5 token in 2030. So do your own research, obviously, but it made me a little bullish on it. And so if we go ahead and let's take a look, a 50x would be a 5,000%. Is that right? Yes, a
Yes.
5,000%. So, and I'm not sure where he's talking about, probably in this range down here. So we're going to go here and we're going to go up 5,000% to see what this would be. And then can you pull up on CoinGecko what the market cap is right now of Caspa so I can do the math here?
On it.
I just want to see. I want to see if his numbers are even feasible. So here we go. 5,000% would be in the ballpark of $1.97, about $2, about a $2 token. So, and then if you give me that, I'm going to pull it up here and we're going to see if it is possible. So come here. Let me pull up my calculator. We're going to go $2. What is the total market cap? What is the token
Total
count? I
market
should say
cap.
the token count. How many
Oh,
tokens are there at max?
let me see. Let me see. Where do I find that? I'm a little bit lost here. Casper
I'm gonna look
price.
here too.
24
If
hour.
anyone, if
Well,
anyone knows down there in the chat, let me know. I would love to hear if you know what it is offhand. We'll use that, but I'm going to jump on CoinGecko real fast. And this is just a quick down and dirty look at Caspa here. So CoinGecko, let's put that in. Put in Caspa, and we're going to have Caspa here. Here we go. It's token number 42 currently right now. And then if we take a look here. Circulating supply, total supply is 21 billion tokens, just so you're tracking. So we're going to go times 21, 427. 187. That's it. 008. There we go. That would be a total market cap of $42 billion. Is that correct? Yeah, 42 billion.
That is
42 billion. So let's go back and look here at the regular and let's see what the total market cap is. I want to look at market cap. Coin market cap here. Coin market cap. There we go. And let's see what the total market cap is of these. Guys, 42 billion. Yeah, it would put it in the top 5 tokens. That's not crazy if if the project is as solid as it's perceived to be, the sentiment on it. So there you go. That's what we have there. This is the token that he thinks could be in the top 5 in 2030. So yeah, I went ahead and bought some. It is my high risk play for my high reward returns, and R to R, it's a thing, right? OC. So that's what I'm looking at on Caspa
absolutely.
there. Absolutely. Looking at Matic here, it did the same thing that we were just talking about. It had a clean rejection on the wick of 618 there, and pulled back down to the downside. We pull up my other indicators on because I have them all off again. Looking at Caspa on their extended. Yeah, it's coming down. We had what is this right here, OC? What is that?
The
on,
flip of the
on
ribbon.
the flip of the
Oh,
ribbon.
yeah.
People love it when you say it, bro. The flip of the ribbon coming to the downside. We are about to hit the bottom of the cloud, and a lot of times when we get close to the bottom of this cloud, guys, that is when we start to see a bounce occur on this. So this could come down. The cloud could move with it, and the ribbon come down and bounce on the zero line. But we're getting pretty close to what I think could be a return back up here, especially if you take a look here. Bring this back over, you'll see that this range right here is going to be a pretty strong support range in this area. So you can see that. Let's go throw a fixed range volume profile on there. And I want to see how that looks. Um, turn those off for a second so I don't have a lot of noise. Let's go grab a fixed range volume profile and drop it onto here because that's going to give us an idea of where your value area low and point of control are at. Sorry, that I want all of this data here. There we go. Yeah, point of control is going to be right there also. Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, point of control, 66.7 cents. If we do have a pullback there, that's what I would watch for. We have lost the value area high, as you can see here. We've lost the value area high, so watch for that to come back, and that's going to be the range right there at about 66.8 cents for support there. 22 billion total supply. Yeah, WMT A to A said World Mobile Token is his high reward token. If it was more readily available to buy without going through a whole bunch of hoops, I would probably have quite a bit in that token also. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research. OC, what you got on your chart, man? Pull up some stuff that you got. We got about a good 10 minutes before we need to hop off here. So let's talk about what you're seeing on the charts.
Perfect. Absolutely. So let me move you here and so I can take a look at this section. Perfect. And what I have here is my long-term strategy for Bitcoin, right? At this point, let me show you how has it been playing out for me. I know I have a ton of spaghetti out here. Just look at the trades that I have here. So basically, it's been playing out fairly good, right? Fairly fine. So I do my own analysis. This is my own private chart. I do share it on the private classes. Nonetheless, what I'm expecting here, and I'm showing this chart to you, I use the chart prime signals here for uptrend, downtrend, or buy or sell signals, and I along with this little tool that is called the hash ribbon by Capital Investments chart. This Capital Investment chart, it is the hash ribbon. It is a free indicator. And then what I'm looking at is a constant 45-degree angle movement on my oscillator. I'm also looking at a whatever color signal I have. It doesn't matter if it's blue or green, all right, in here. And also I'm looking at an uptrend or a buy signal right there. So far, I have my 45-degree angle movement on the oscillator. I have my strong uptrend. And the only thing that I'm looking for is going to be my buy signal or any color circle in here. So far, and this is for long-term DCA entries on Bitcoin, I do not have my entry just yet for my HODL bag. This usually goes for my saving account, just so we keep a track in this. I mean, although we've been trading Bitcoin, I haven't made any like really important purchases on my own personal wallet. All right, for savings, just to keep
Oh,
track on
see,
that, and also some. Yep.
yeah. Can you explain to people what the hash rate ribbon is so that they understand what that is? Because we do have some people that are knowledgeable on the mining side, but not everybody. So give them a breakdown of what that is real fast.
Absolutely. So basically, the hash ribbon is analyzing what the miners are doing. When the miners are capitulating, we're going to be seeing some of those buying signals. Again, we're going to start seeing those green circles when the miners are capitulating. And you can see it by the cross of these two lines in here. So when miners are not making money and they're having trouble by anything that happens, usually for the rewards payout based on the electricity on their mining equipment. That's when they start capitulating. Therefore, they produce less Bitcoin. They shut down their equipment, and then when the price or the difficulty of the change lowers, they can again turn on their mining equipment, and finally we see a pump of restriction first of supply, and then a pump again of supply. So basically, we have a supply and demand shock, which helps to bring back up the price of Bitcoin. So that is basically, and just so you know, guys, this hash ribbon, it's Bitcoin specific. It is daily also specific. So it doesn't matter if you go to the 4 hour, to the 1 hour, to whatever time frame you are in, you're going to be looking at daily data on this one. I do recommend staying on daily, so your oscillator also corresponds on works alongside with the Caproli Investments hash ribbon indicator. And yeah, the three of those basically do a great point of confluence to start looking for a confirmation of entries. Again, this is not financial advice. This is only my own personal strategy that I've been looking or using for a couple of years now. So any thoughts
Nice.
there, Army?
Yeah, I think that's definitely what I'm going to be watching for. And I've talked about the hash rate ribbon because I actually have it on one of my charts that I show all the time. It's on, I believe, my Gaussian channel chart, and I've talked about when it looked like it was starting to pull close again. Keep an eye on that. That separation of that green ribbon. Yep, the green and the gray there. So that is a relevant piece that we have to watch there. But yeah. I don't know that we're going to see though, because if you go back and look historically on the hash rate ribbon, and I think maybe we'll do a video on this on TA Talk. We can talk about this on Wednesday. If you guys don't know what TA Talks is, it is a show that OC and I do in the Chart Prime Discord, and it's open to the public. So let me turn that off. I had something in my ear there. But yeah, it's TA Talk is on Discord for Chart Prime. You can join it, and it's open to the public. So you don't even have to be a premium subscriber to watch TA Talk on Chart Prime Discord. But yeah, we're going to do a breakdown on this on Wednesday, tomorrow. So we will talk about this tomorrow. If you're not in the Chart Prime Discord, you need to get into the Chart Prime Discord, and you guys can watch TA Talks. It's a private show in the community on Wednesdays. So yeah, what else you seeing on your charts there, OC?
Well, then I also like to tap into the traditional markets. I'm looking at crude because somebody asked for it a couple of days ago, and we were kind of like in a breakthrough of a pattern here. Remember, we have at this point, let me clean up a little bit of my charts because you know I love spaghetti here, and that doesn't play out always for everyone, right? And where is it? Here it goes. And as you can see, we're in a solid downtrend, and this is a little bit of a sort of like unexpected at my point of view because we have two W's going on at this point, and which should be adding to the demand of crude. And although this is light crude oil, I think that is one of the most requested products from crude, right?
Yep.
Also, remember that the U.S. government right now, the reserve of oils are being drying out consistently,
Yes, they have badly.
and
$70,
yes,
I believe $70 a barrel is their buyback point that they put on the books. So we're almost back to there. And I imagine that at $70, you're going to get a lot of Federal Reserve buy up on it, which is going to bring the price back up. But I will say that gas prices right now, especially where I'm at, they're like $2.70 a gallon right now, which is much lower than what it has been. So we are seeing that at the pump also on the downside. So
Yes, and if you're in Latam or Latin American, I mean, you should also be seeing that the price of gas are not coming down, right? So just be on the watch whenever this chart is going to be flipping around, because that might be a shock on our part of the world, because things kind of like work the other way around here. But what I was looking at, it is the rejection of this falling wedge. Usually falling wedge tend to break to the upside, but depending on where the
Not this
flip of the
time.
ribbon, exactly, flip of the ribbon at support or flip of the ribbon at resistance, we had two possible scenarios. We were right here yesterday and looking, or 2 days ago, and looking at where the flip of the ribbon might be happening. Remember, this was plan A and this was plan B. And depending on where that flip of the ribbon will be, the next movement could be happening. So breaking through the zero line, going for that overbought, basically going to that huge order block resistance, going for a retest, and maybe off we go to the upside. But as we can see, we had the rejection of the zero line, zero line rejection, and then we're going to visit the very bottom here. As you can see, we have break structure here from the predictive ranges into the discount zone. We're almost there with the flip of the ribbon, not quite there yet. So I have my eye on this light crude oil asset.
Keep an eye on it. We'll let you guys know if you guys are anybody out there is trading any type of futures or options on oil, commodity options. Then there you go. We're gonna give you an update on this, and this is something that OC watches quite a bit. I want to pull over here and give an announcement, and then we're gonna go to close out here. So first off, if you guys have not done so, hit that subscribe button and let us know that you enjoyed this content today. If you're new here, hit that subscribe or hit the like button if you like the content. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here, and hit that notification bell. Get notified every time we go live, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with OC Guy and myself, Army Piper. We appreciate y'all being here. But hey, I got an announcement to make. Today is the 7th of November. Next week on November 13th, they are starting season 2 of Trade Wars. And if you guys don't know what Trade Wars is, it's all these big traders, Gareth Salaway and Crypto Crow, Ben Armstrong, Crypto Face, Blood. It's over on Debate Crypto. Jason Casper was in there. Anyway, big names. Mim, Magic Internet Money, CVO, all the guys. The whole gang. Well, season 2, Frankie Candles is going to be in there. And also, I am. I'm going to be on Trading View on Trade Wars season 2 starting next week. So be looking for links on that. I'll be dropping it into Twitter, on X, giving everyone updates. So if you don't follow myself and OC on X, you can check out at the bottom corner over there next to this guy. It has at Army Piper and at Luis Asejo 117. Give us a follow on X and you'll get notified when I go live on all of those episodes of Trade Wars. So I appreciate you guys joining us here today. OC, you got anything you want to tell everybody before we head out?
Just be on the lookout, because Chart Prime, if you're looking to take a look at what's happening, we have big news coming up on this 20th. So be prepared with what Army Piper has down here, which is a coupon code for you guys. So that's going to be an amazing news for the
Yep.
20th.
Yeah, that 45% off the specials that are coming up could be pretty big. So yeah, guys, like we're like what 2 weeks away from that. So yeah, if you guys are interested in getting the indicators that are calling out all these great toppings and bottoms that we're showing you on the charts, you can get all those down below in the link. 45% off your first monthly or quarterly. There's the shill. OC, thanks for joining me again here today. Everyone that's watching, thanks for watching today. Share this with a friend, because sharing is caring and it helps grow the channel. And I can't do it without you. And I appreciate you guys being here every day. Guys, we're going to go ahead and hop off. I will check everyone out tomorrow morning right here on Piper Academy, where knowledge is profit. I'll see you guys then. Take care, trade safe, stay primed.
That was awesome, dude!